Markelle Fultz, the #1 draft prospect in this year's 2017 NBA draft class, could potentially be on his way to Philadelphia with a trade between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Boston Celtics in this year's draft. Let's talk about that. With this year's 2017 NBA draft class being really stacked with top prospects like Markelle Fultz, Josh Jackson, Lonzo Ball, Malik Monk, De'Aaron Fox, and so many other players in this year's draft class, the Boston Celtics and the 76ers trading the number 1 and number 3 picks for Thursday's NBA draft doesn't seem like such a bad idea at all. If you think about it, the Boston Celtics, they are a pretty stacked team. And if they draft Josh Jackson, they're going to be even more stacked with a potentially good rookie that's going to help them lead them to being contenders in the Eastern Conference. And that's pretty scary to think about. Josh Jackson with the Boston Celtics and Markelle Fultz with the Philadelphia 76ers. So how is everyone doing today? My name is Jay Red, and today I want to give my thoughts and feelings on this potential trade happening. It's supposed to be finalized on Monday. The Boston Celtics trading their #1 pick and Philadelphia trading away their #3 pick. Pretty much trading to get Markelle Fultz. So without further ado, guys, let's just jump right into the video. So with this trade being finalized that was first reported by David Aldridge, Celtics are going to be at least receiving another first-round pick in the deal on top of the #3 pick being traded to them. Now, this is kind of like what happened. It's kind of similar to last year. If you looked at last year, the Philadelphia 76ers got the #1 pick. They drafted Ben Simmons. Fortunately, Ben Simmons has not played yet because he got injured. Lakers had the 2nd pick. Boston Celtics had the 3rd pick. This year, this kind of makes sense for the Boston Celtics to trade down because they need a better small forward. I mean, don't get me wrong, Jay Crowder is an all-right small forward at best, but they need another guy to step in, hence Josh Jackson. Now, we've all been saying, like, Markelle Fultz is going to go to the Boston Celtics. He's going to be the #1 pick for sure. And I got to agree with that. Markelle Fultz is definitely going to be the #1 pick. Thing is, this trade is going to be huge for the Philadelphia 76ers. Not only will they add another rookie onto their roster of how many rookies they've had on this team, they add another key player in potentially the super team that they're going to make. Trust the process, people. They already have Ben Simmons, who I'm pretty sure is going to have a pretty good rookie season. As long as he does not get injured, I think he's going to have an okay showing. They had Dario Saric, who had a pretty solid rookie season, came in 2nd in the Rookie of the Year, because we all know who the Rookie of the Year is. Joel Embiid, who in my opinion is one of the best centers in the NBA right now. The Philadelphia 76ers might be onto something if they do decide to get that #1 pick. It will be finalized Monday. Once it gets finalized, Philadelphia is going to be in one heck of a position. Not only is Markelle Fultz going to, help you out on the offensive end, he's going to be a great playmaker for other teammates. He can set up Joel Embiid for alley-oops. He can spread the floor with Dario Saric and pop the ball to him, and he can pop it open for a 3. He can work well with Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons, if you have not seen him play in college, he was a pretty amazing player at LSU. Markelle Fultz, an amazing player at Washington. Now, if we look at Washington's season, they did not have a great season. They did not make the NCAA tournament. I don't even think they make the NIT. I don't think they even got past the second round in their conference tournament. The only guy that was leading them was Markelle Fultz, and that was pretty amazing for Markelle to step up like that, pretty tremendously. And if the 76ers do get Markelle Fultz, they will get a great young prospect, that can pair up with Ben Simmons, Dario Saric, and Joel Embiid pretty nicely. You gotta trust the process, people. Now, with the Boston Celtics side to it, once they get that number 3 pick, pretty much they're probably getting Josh Jackson because Lonzo Ball is pretty much guaranteed to go to the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, that's pretty obvious at this point. Lonzo Ball probably going to the Lakers and pairing up with D'Angelo Russell, Julius Randle, and Brandon Ingram. And that's going to be a young and developing team. And if you guys have not heard about Fultz in the media, Fultz did work out with the Philadelphia 76ers on Saturday, and when he arrived, he was wearing a Philadelphia cap at the team's practice facility. And basically, in the news report that I've read, it was basically like a get to know you session. So you know that's going to be a good thing for Markelle Fultz, especially for him to develop pretty much correctly for his young upstart with the 76ers if he does get drafted by them, and if the Philadelphia 76ers end up getting this pick, which will probably most likely be happening. I'm probably confusing y'all. I'm not the best with explaining things, but just try to bear with me because I'm explaining the best I can. So, Joel Embiid, if you guys are not familiar with him, Joel Embiid, he was among one of the 76ers players that worked out with Markelle Fultz. And there was a picture on Instagram of Joel Embiid, Markelle Fultz, Ben Simmons, and Robert Covington all in one photo. That's pretty awesome. That's a pretty awesome photo. If you guys have not seen the photo, go check it out on Joel Embiid's Twitter or Instagram. It is pretty awesome. And Joel Embiid even put, "This should be legendary if it happens." I agree 100% with Joel Embiid. It could be legendary. But Markelle Fultz, he responded when the media tried to talk to him. He said, "I'll let God take care of it. I wake up every morning and get ready to go to the gym. I don't really pay attention to everything that's going on. I'm truly blessed to be in this position. Whatever happens, I'm looking forward to taking my talents wherever I go." So you know that Markelle Fultz is not focused on the trade. He is focused on playing basketball. And that is a smart rookie right there. Being able to focus on playing the game of basketball without having to worry about the media or trade talks. That's the kind of guy I want on a team. That's the kind of guy that you look forward to in the future. So basically, Markelle Fultz would be a legendary pick if this trade really does happen, which I think will happen, and I think it'll be probably one of the best trades we've probably seen for the Philadelphia 76ers. Boston will be fine. They're going to get plenty of picks back, and they could be getting Jimmy Butler in the future. But who knows about that? This is about Markelle Fultz. So if you guys have not known about Markelle Fultz, he basically rose to stardom when he was in high school. Back in 2014, he played junior varsity basketball, and 3 years later, he's now expected to be the #1 pick in this year's draft in about 4 days. So it's pretty crazy. And his hometown land is Maryland, and it'll be about a 2.5-hour drive to Philadelphia. I know it's a little side note, but just a cool fact that 2.5 hours from his hometown. Pretty close from where other people are playing right now. But here's what Markelle Fultz said about the last few days that he's been with training camps and training with other teams. He's saying that it's been crazy just knowing that the draft is a couple days away. It's been unbelievable. It's been a blessing. Like I said, a dream I always had. I'm just anxious to get to that day and get it over with so I can know where I'm going to put full investment into whatever team I'm going to. That is a smart rookie. That is probably going to be the #1 pick. Markelle Fultz is a guy that is probably, in my opinion, going to be amazing. He's not even stepped on the NBA floor yet, but I think he's going to be a great player once he steps on that court. I think he has great potential to be an amazing shooting guard. Not great like Kobe Bryant or any of the greatest shooting guards in NBA history, but Markelle Fultz can make his own legacy, and I think he has the best potential out of anybody in this year's draft to skyrocket. I mean, Lonzo Ball's probably skyrocketing, so is Josh Jackson. But Markelle Fultz has the best potential out of anybody. I mean, what can you ask for? He's a 6'4 guard. He averaged 23 points, 5.7 rebounds, and 5 assists in 25 games at Washington. On a team that went 9-22 and lost its final 13 games. Led the Pac-12 in scoring, finished 6th among all Division I players, and the top freshman scorer in the country on a 9-22 team. Honestly, that's a guy that is going to be probably set for the future. He played on a bad team, but that doesn't mean that bad teams create bad players are on bad teams. It just means that there's good players on some of those teams that don't get a lot of recognition. Like example, Washington. They've had great players in the past that came to the NBA. One example, Isaiah Thomas. Now we got Markelle Fultz. So basically, ESPN, the people that wrote this article that I'm reading off, they even said that the past 10 seasons, only 2 other freshmen had a better scoring average in college. Kevin Durant from Texas, basically in the 2006-2007 season, and Michael Beasley for Kansas State in the 2007-2008 basketball season, and they were both number 2 picks. Now Michael Beasley, we all know how his career ended up. Kevin Durant, we know how his career started up. And Philadelphia, they've had the number 1 pick in 3 different occasions. They took Doug Collins in 1973 and Allen Iverson in 1996 and Simmons 1 year ago. They could potentially get their 4th number 1 pick in their franchise history. So, what does this mean? This means the 76ers could be the first team in NBA history to have 2 rookie number 1 overall picks on the same team. Think about that for a minute, folks. Ben Simmons, who is probably going to have a solid rookie season, hopefully. As long as he does not get injured, I think he's going to be a great rookie. And if the Philadelphia 76ers get the number 1 pick, they get Markelle Fultz, and they'll have 2 number 1 draft picks on their team, which is going to be crazy. And on top, they have Joel Embiid, and they have Jahlil Okafor as their 6th man. The Philadelphia 76ers, if they develop right, watch out. Just watch out. This could be an amazing thing that the Philadelphia 76ers are coming up. We'll just have to wait and see. Is Markelle Fultz going to be a great player? Is he going to be on the Philadelphia 76ers? We'll find out Monday. We're going to find out on draft night as well how this draft is going to turn out. It's going to be an amazing draft. I'm going to be recording most of it for the YouTube channel, hopefully. So just stay tuned for that. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Just giving my thoughts and feelings on Dario Saric, Joel Embiid, Markelle Fultz, and Ben Simmons all pairing up one day. That's going to be crazy if Markelle Fultz ends up going to pair with Dario Saric, Joel Embiid, and Ben Simmons. That'll be something to watch out for in the future. Sometimes you just got to trust the process. And that's what I'm believing in. Even though I'm not a Philadelphia 76ers fan, they're one of the most exciting teams to watch right now. It's going to be an amazing NBA draft Thursday. And more importantly, it's probably going to be an amazing NBA season when we see Markelle Fultz and Ben Simmons on the floor together. So anyways, guys, hopefully you all enjoyed. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel yet, I make basketball videos like this. I look at NBA drafts. I'll look at NBA teams in history. I do all sorts of things here on the channel. So if you guys like the NBA, I'm pretty sure you'll love this channel. And I'm going to try to bring as much NBA content as possible over the summer. Free agency's coming up. The awards ceremony's coming up. We'll pretty much find out who won all the awards, which I'm pretty sure we all know anyway. So stay tuned to the channel. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to leave a comment on this video. Tell me what you guys want to see on my channel in the future. And give me your thoughts and feelings on what you think about this trade going down. And as always, guys, have an awesome day. And I will see you you all later.